Hey Star Wars fans, it's Jesse. I'm back with a new video, and today we're going to be talking about black washing your toys to make them look battle damage or to make them look like they're dirty with grime and dirt. So what I started using about a few months ago was Createfx acrylic wash, and I'm using black, and I need to go to the store and buy some more. But anyways, you can get that at any hobby store or any Michael's in your area. You can look for coupons online for them. They run from $3 to $4. So sometimes Michael's has coupons for 50% off or 40% off. They have many colors, but I prefer black just because, obviously battle damage. This is a figure that I'm working on. I'm not done yet. I need more acrylic wash. But I did this a few months back. It's a Power of the Force Desert Stormtrooper. As you can see, I also used shoe polish. Not the can shoe polish, but the bottle shoe polish that has a sponge on top. So the acrylic wash is good for the inside joints, the corners, the legs, but the shoe polish I used pretty much all over his back, the head, arms, because shoe polish with the sponge is a little bit thicker than the acrylic wash, so it dries really quick. So what you want to do is put it on, let it sit for less than a minute, and then wipe it off. As you can see, I have my cloth here, and then wipe it off. Then use the acrylic wash for the inside corners where you can't get. If you do the head, let's say for example the head, and you use acrylic wash, it will stay, but it won't look as good as the shoe polish is. So you just kind of trial and error, see what you like, see what you prefer for the shoe polish. But once again, there's many shoe polish colors also. So it's all what you want. There, turn on the light so you can see. So now to get the scratches, and as you can see here, I did start using sandpaper, but I didn't like it. So what I found in my toolbox was a metal scriber. You can pick this up at Lowe's, Home Depot. These are about $4 to $5 a pop, maybe. Probably cheaper. So what you can do is pretty much, let's lay him down. And let's say, for example, you want to see it cracked here. You got to dig in pretty good. Go over it again if you can. If not, no worries. And depends how deep it is, the more darker it'll be once you put that acrylic wash on. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Let's do a quick test run. Make sure you have a small little paintbrush. Yeah, I do need some more. I'm running low. Just put it on. Let it sit for a minute. So let it sit there. Now, once you let it sit, it will soak into the crack. So let's wipe it off. So you see how it soaks in? So the kind of a little bit more deeper you go, the more the black wash you can put in, and the darker it would be in that line. Like for here, the darker you go, the better it's gonna look. So this guy I found him at a yard sale, so he was pretty much clean. But I did some figures, Power of the Force figures, and I just wanted to do this one just because it's taller and bigger, and it's a different type of material compared to the Power of the Force figures, obviously. So there's a back. So you gotta, it's all about using your imagination. You gotta think, okay, well, if whatever toy you're using, is he going to be standing up, sitting down a lot? That's why I put a lot of scuff marks here, because I use my imagination as in, okay, he's always, his back's towards always a wall, dirt, he's always getting scruffed up. His legs are pretty beaten up. You know, scratches, especially here. I've yet to finish. And here's his other side. Let's focus in there to make it look like it's cracked. So we have that. So now, some of the tools, like I said, metal scriber, which works perfectly. But if you really want to, you know, spend a few more dollars, I got a little rotary tool, and this cost me, I think it was on sale for $6 or $10. Once again, you can find this at Harbor Freight, maybe Lowe's, Home Depot, Target maybe, but I'm not sure how much they're gonna be, or maybe a mom and pop hardware store, or maybe even a hobby store. So they come in different sizes, as you can see. Let's go ahead and take a few out. So you can go ahead and experiment which one you want, or what kind of style damage you want, or what kind of shape you want on the body. So let's say, for instance, I have this one. Not a pointy one, but it's kind of a round tip. There we go. So let's just try it. Let's say, let's move that. Let's bring it in closer so you guys can see. Let's say I want to do something going down here. I can either use a tip, or if you use the side, obviously it's going to be shading down. So let's do both. Let's try a line and then shade. Let's see here. Now that leaves a good mark. So now let's try shaving. Sorry for the camera angle, guys, but I have to do it for right now. So I'm going to shave this side on the side, not point it. Okay, so you know what? Let's go ahead and add some of this wash. Now, the acrylic wash, they come in many sort of colors. Blue, brown, kind of like not really sure what other colors they are, like a type of dirt color also. I don't know what, brown? I don't know. Let's see here. Add a little more there. Let this fall off. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and wipe it off so we can see what kind of detail we got here. Clean it off. So as you can see, I didn't let it sit, so you can tell it's right there. And right here I still have to let it sit more, but I want to show you guys how it kind of looks like if it was burned, like if he was shot at. And then here it kind of just shows that maybe he's been on his stomach or just in the dirt, and all this will be all dirty once I'm done with him. Then I'll go ahead and still do this just to even it up. Remember, it's what you guys want and how you want it. There's no wrong or right, and who cares what anyone says. It's your project, no one else's. So I shaved this down a bit, so I decided, you know what, let me And do some scruffing right here on his chest. Wipe that off. Okay, see how that's pretty deep in there? Let's try to connect this line to make it look as if he was hit. There we go. There's a deep wound. And I'm going to go back to the back up on top here. Shut that off. Okay, so now let's add a little bit more of the wash. Let's do this, add that. Remember, some of the wash comes off on the figure. Don't worry, just redo it again. There's no really wrong way of doing this. Make sure your table's covered or whatever you're using, because you don't want to ruin it. Okay. We're going to let it sit and dry. Okay, before I go ahead and wipe up the Createfx off the Stormtrooper, I wanted to show you on a little thing that I worked on a few months ago. And this is Rey's speeder from Force Awakens. And no, this is not how I bought it. I actually did it. Now, when you do something like this, I think, in my opinion, it looks 10 times better. Now, what you want to do is see how right here, if you do have something like this and you want to go ahead and black wash it, you might want to put the wash going away from the front, as in she's always using it. So this is all the dirt. I darkened here. Put stuff here like as in if liquid fouls, since she's a junk cleaner or picker up. Now, I did her also. Did the front. Did the side. So now I focus. Sorry guys. So there we go. So I dirtied this all up. Just since she's in the desert, I think it would look even better. And this is what I mean. I mean, depending how you want the details on, just use your imagination and add whatever you want. Okay, so enough being said, let's go ahead and wipe this off. This one's a little trouble, but it'll come off. Anyway, so that's gonna stick in the grooves right there. So as you can see, I went a little deep, and when you go in a little deeper, more the wash is gonna sit in the crack. Same thing for this one. Now this one I like because it looks actually he was shot at, just because of the deepness in it. And right here too. So it connects with the other line. And you just keep on using this. If this bothers you, like if some certain corner you don't want the wash to be in there, you can use Goo Gone. And I use that to go ahead and get some of the gunk out to redo again. But if you let this sit for a while, obviously you're going to have a hard time taking it off. That's why I use shoe polish. I'll put this on. I'll put the Createfx on. Let it sit. Wipe it off. Then use the shoe polish. But this type of plastic material is kind of hard for the shoe polish. But just keep on pushing it on. Wipe, push it on, and wipe until it just darkens up. And that's what I did half the time. That's why I scratched it up so the shoe polish can stay in more and the Createfx can stay in there longer also. This doesn't look too bad since I shaved it down a little. It's actually soaking in. Go in there, clean it a little bit more. Alright, so those are a few tips that you can go ahead and use. Remember, always rinse off your little paintbrush. And this is the kind that you need, is a tiny little one, so you can just go ahead and get into the cracks. And there you go. Don't forget your metal scriber or your little rotary tool. They both come in handy anytime. If you want to work on great detail or so, then I advise get one. And don't forget to wash your hands. Alright guys, it's Jess. Next time we'll go ahead and talk about photography for action figures and toys. A few more tips. But you guys have a good one. May the force be with you all.